In the previous video, I showed you how to convert from degrees into radians. Now in this video, I will show you how to convert from radians into degrees. Okay, so as an example, how would you convert this into degrees here? Okay, so start out by looking at this 180. Well, when you have 180 degrees, that will equate to pi radians. So over here you have pi. Now, yeah, if you remember, if you halve this, if you divide this by 2, then you also divide this by 2. If you times this by 2, then you also times this by 2. It's that kind of a relationship between 180 and pi. So that's just a relationship that exists between the two. Now, if you want pi over 7, well, starting with this and this here, divide both sides by 7. As long as you see, you're allowed to divide this by 3. In which case, you've got to divide this by 3. You are allowed to divide this by 7. 180 over 7 here, and then here you've got pi over 7. So basically, pi over 7 would be this many degrees, whatever that is. You've got to punch this into your calculator. Okay. Let's do a harder one. Suppose now you've got, let's say, 3 over 7 pi. How would you convert this into radians? Sorry, into degrees. Well, start out with 180 is pi radians. Now, somehow get to this. Let's times both sides by 3. So if you times this by 3, then you also have to times this by 3. So basically, here you will have whatever this times 3 is, 180 times 3, and then here you've got 3 pi, and then you divide this by 7. So you've got 3 times 180, and then divided by 7 here, because remember, you divide this by 7 and then you divide this by 7. So you have 3 pi over 7. You see, this here is 3 pi, and well, whatever this is here, you punch that into your calculator, and that would represent 3 pi over 7. So now let's try and convert 1 radian into degrees. What would that be? Well, start out with your 180. That's the same as 1 pi. Well, that's the same as pi radians. So start out as this 180. This is 180, and this here is pi. Now you want to know 1 radian. Well, don't forget, pi radians means there. Well, pi is roughly 3.141. So it's roughly three segments. So what you do is you can imagine a radian as this. Divide your half pizza, if you like, into roughly 3 pieces. So roughly speaking, this is roughly one radian. Well, anyway, you want to convert one radian into degrees. So here, divide both sides by pi. So on this side here, you divide by pi here, and then you divide this by pi. So this here really, on this side, pi over pi is 1, and then here, well, 1 degree here represents 180 over pi. Okay, so start out, well, you develop your own method. Okay.